Welcome back to my channel, dear students. Hope you all are safe inside your home and you all are doing sanitization and obeying the rules which are made for our safety by our Prime Minister. So my dear students, today I will teach you the first chapter of Standard 8, which is crop production and management. Okay, my dear students, first we should know that why we should product crops, why we should plant plantation, why we should do plantation. Okay, what will happen if we will not do crop production? So before go inside to the chapter, first we should know why we do crop production. My dear students, as you know, India is the second most populated country. So we need to have food to survive. Okay, we need to have food to survive. Then where does this food come from? This food will come from if we will do crop production. Okay, so it is very important for us to do crop production so that we can have our food, we can get the energy to do something or to most importantly to live, to survive. Okay, so that's why we should do crop production. I love to do plantation. Hope you all also love to do plantation. At least in our life we should plant one tree. Okay, and in our birthdays, in our celebration times also we can plant one tree. So my dear students, before get inside to the chapter, we should know some terminology like agriculture, crops. Okay, so for the first term is agriculture. What do you mean by agriculture? So what do you mean by agriculture? Cultivating soil for growing plants and nurturing animals to provide food and other products is known as agriculture. Okay, this is the bookish knowledge, means this definition has written in your book. You can underline it or you can write in this, you can write this definition in your copy. So to cultivate soil, we need to for agriculture we need to do two things. One is growing crops and another is nurturing animals. We have to do these two things, growing plants and nurturing animals, to do agriculture. Okay, now the second term is crops. Same kinds of plants being cultivated on a large scale. Okay, same kinds of plants being cultivated on a large scale is known as crops. So if I am telling you that crops of rice, it means a field which has only rice, nothing else, which has only rice. If I am telling you crops of carrot, then a field on which only carrot plants are cultivated, nothing else. Okay, so there are some more terms which are kharif crops and rabi crops. Kharif crops are the crops which plants need more amount of water. Okay, in kharif crops the plants need, so kharif crops mainly sown in the rainy season. Why they are planting in the rainy season? Because they require more water. They require lot of water. That's why they are sown in somewhere between June to September in India. So kharif crops are those crops who let's look at those crops which are sown during the winter season, which are the rabi crops. These crops are sown in winter season. Examples are mustard. Okay, they don't require as much water, that's why they are known as rabi crops. So let's look at the next thing. Right now, before we proceed into the chapter itself, we have cleared the basic terminology. We know exactly why we are studying the chapter. We know about some terminology like agriculture, crops, rabi crops and kharif crops. Okay, so before so the terms the processes which we should know for the better crop production are, I am going to tell you. The first thing is preparation of soil. We must know how to prepare the soil for the plants we are going to cultivate. Okay, the second thing is sowing. Sowing means basically we are planting the seed. And third is adding manure and fertilizer. Fourth is irrigation. Irrigation, which means you have to plant, you have to water the plant on a regular basis. Okay, regularly you have to plant, regularly you have to water the plants. Fifth is protecting from weakness. We have to protect the plants, so we have to give the plants enough nutrients, so the plant does not need to fight or compete with others for its own nutrients. Okay, so we have to protect it from the weaknesses. Sixth is harvesting, and seventh is storage. Okay, so we must know the processes for which we can get a huge amount of crop that we have planted. So better to follow these processes which I have already told. Okay. So the first term is preparation of soil. Okay, the process of loosening or turning the soil is called tilling or ploughing. Okay, the process of loosening or turning the soil is called the tilling or ploughing. So you have to remember two words from here, loosening and tilling. Okay, you have to remember these two words. Now we can open your book. There is one picture. Okay, so open your book and see that picture. So you can know what do you mean by ploughing or how we can do it. Okay. So my dear student, to prepare soil, there are some traditional method in which we need one man. The traditional method is in which we need one man, 2 cows and one this machine. Okay. But nowadays technology has developed so much, so we can cultivate the soil much more easily and quickly also by the developed machines which are. So we can use these machines to cultivate the crops more easily and quickly. Now we should know why we should prepare the soil. Okay, my dear student, we should prepare the soil so that the roots are able to breathe and penetrate deep into the soil. So when the farmers plowing the soil gets little bit more loosened and it creates little bit more space between them, so the air can penetrate deep into the soil and the root can breathe. Okay, we all know that plants also need to breathe. Okay, plants also need to breathe. So plants also need nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So we should prepare the soil so that it will be create little bit more space, so the air can get deep into that soil and the roots can breathe. Okay. Now we should use some nutrients or fertilizers so that we can get a better crops or better amount of harvested. Okay. So why we should apply nutrients? Nutrients deep in the soil come to the top layer of the soil, which supports growth and nourishment of plants. So as you all know, when any animal or plant or some human being in some culture has died, they buried them deep inside to the soil. Okay. So when some animals died, they buried it deep inside the soil. So when these buried animals started decomposed, they create some amount of nutrients, some amount of nourishment. Okay. So, but what happened though? If you are planting a plant, it is in this layer, and the nourishment is deep inside the soil in this. Okay, so this nourishment cannot reach to the plants where the plant is growing. Okay, because the plant is growing in the top soil and the nourishment is deep inside the soil. So we must apply some amount of nourishment, some amount of fertilizer to the top soil so that the plant can grow easily and in a better condition. Okay, because this lower amount of nourishment cannot reach to the top soil. So when the farmers plowing the field, what happened? The nourishment which are available in the deep inside the soil comes off. Okay, when they use the machinery thing or the traditional thing to plowing the field, the nourishment which are present deep inside the soil comes off, which is very fruitful for the plants. And we can promote the growth of microorganisms, earthworms and microbes who further tone soil and add humus. Okay, humus is very good for soil. It is the best thing I can say, and we can produce this humus by using earthworms or microbes. Okay, we can use this in the soil, and the soil will get enough amount of nourishment, enough amount of fertilization for its own growth. So now we will come to sowing. What do you mean by sowing? We should first choose the best seed, best seed to plant it. If we will, the most important thing, if we will not plant a good seed or a better amount of seed inside the soil, we cannot get the fruit. Okay, how much fertilizer, how much nutrients we will apply to the soil, we cannot get, because the seed which we have planted, that is only not good. So we have to first choose the good seed, so that we will get the good amount of cultivated thing. Okay, so today for this much thing only, we have known some terminology and how we can prepare the soil, why should we prepare the soil. Tomorrow in the next session I will let you know the other things. Okay, so thank you so much those who have subscribed my channel, and those who have not subscribed, if you are liking my videos, then you can subscribe it, so your studies will not be hampered, and in this lockdown period we can study by sitting in home only. Okay, and if you want to suggest me some more thing how I can improve my video, then you can comment below, and if you are liking my video, then please subscribe and like. Thank you so much.